So, to all of the Leaf fans out there who have been preying on Montreal's downfall the entire playoff run, you do realize that you now have two former Leafs in the Stanley Cup final, right? Because Carolina won, their starting goaltender, Frederik Andersen, who used to be a Leaf, is now in the Stanley Cup final, who will be playing against Mitch Marner, another former Leaf. People don't like to hear it, but the Leafs have basically been producers of Stanley Cup champions for every other team except theirs. And just to list a few examples, we have Tyler Bozak, Nazem Kadri, Phil Kessel, and now you could have Mitch Marner or Frederik Andersen winning a cup. Either way, a former Leaf is winning it this year. And it's just funny to me because rather than cheering for a Canadian team to make it to the final and win it, you'd rather spit on them and hate on them throughout the entire playoffs, call them frauds, do all of that, when in reality, you've got former Leaf players making it to the Stanley Cup final that you were rooting for. You were rooting for those former players to go to the Stanley Cup final, and yet you complain about how your team doesn't produce Stanley Cup winning caliber. There you go. You've got two of them in the final right now. They're just not playing for your team. And I think it's also worth mentioning that both Andersen and Marner have been doing really well so far in the playoffs. Marner is the leader in the playoffs so far in points, and Frederik Andersen has the fewest goals against. So you know what? You can clown the Habs all you want, just like how I'm clowning the Leafs right now, but just remember that these are your guys that are going out winning cups for other teams while yours is on the golf course. Just letting you know.